When we get into the New Testament, we don't hear much about the 1/10, except in the prayer of the Pharisee who went to the temple in, I think, is it 18, who stands before God and says, I pay 1/10 of everything that I have. I pay tithes. So at the time of Jesus Christ, people had come to understand the tithe more as an obligation, more than as an offering of gratitude to God, an offering of joy and happiness and sharing to God, to be shared with other people. As if to say, if you didn't pay that, God will get angry with you. So Jesus teaches us to understand in the story of the Pharisee and the publican, that the publican stood at the back and he would not even raise his eyes. He only said, Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner. Be merciful to me, a sinner. You see, so what Jesus is trying to tell us is not the quantum of what you give, but the heart with which you give it. If you go into Luke's Gospel, chapter 21, verse 1 to 4, the widow's mite. Do you remember the story of the widow's mite? It says many people were bringing their offerings, big monies, 1/10, 1/10, 1/10. Jesus and his disciples were looking on, and they saw a poor widow bring in 2 halfpennies. And Jesus said, she has given more than the others, because even in her want, she has given of her want. So we believe that at the time of Jesus, the emphasis was not on the obligation of 1/10, but the emphasis was on giving as an offering cheerfully to God, sharing the blessings of God with other people. And so we in the Catholic Church do not oblige anybody to pay 1/10. We rather encourage people to be like the widow. Give freely of your heart. Give for the work of evangelization, the spreading of the gospel. Give for the upkeep of the priests, the ministers of the church. Give for the building, the structures, the church structures, the schools, the projects of the church, in order to sustain the church in her mission. So there is no obligation in the Catholic Church to give tithes. You may decide on what you can give. Let each one decide on what he or she would like to give, and let he or she give it freely and willingly, not grudgingly.